enjoy treating your customers like a piece of shit, because that's how I felt when I went to the Alamo Draft House. Okay? You know what? I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to text in your little crappy-ass theater. It was too f***ing dark in that place for me to find my seat, alright? I was using my phone as a flashlight to get to my f***ing seat. So excuse me for using my phone in USA, United States of America, where you are free to text in a theater. I was not aware that I couldn't text in your theater, all right? I've texted in all the other theaters in Austin, and no one ever gave a fuck about what I was doing on my fucking phone, all right? And it was on silent. It wasn't on loud. It wasn't bothering anybody. You guys obviously were being assholes to me, and I'm sure that's what you do, you know, to rip people off. You take my money, and then you throw me out. You know, I will never be coming back to your Alamo Draft House or whatever. I'd rather go to a regular theater where people are actually polite. And, you know, I'm going to tell everyone about how you are. And I'm pretty sure you guys are being on purpose. So thanks for making me feel like a customer. Thanks for taking my money.
Phenom Radio is the home of the hottest indie music. Tune into the Phenom Radio Top 20 Countdown, Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific.
Raise a sharp hustle, raise your paws hustle, when the sun...
too fly to be sitting here lonely. Feeling for the ride, wanna put it on me.
Pittsburgh.
You get inside and when I grind it, I can't deny it. Feels so exciting, deeper.
Is no result.
A better job, a better home, a better life. Who hasn't wished for these things, worked for them, and sought a place where they had a better chance of becoming real? For generations, Brockton has welcomed those seeking something better. From those who came in search of opportunity to today's multicultural population that makes us the most diverse community in all of New England. Brockton is a place where homes are more affordable, communities closer, where a strong and talented workforce fuels the success of businesses big and small, and the vision of a more diverse and equitable America is being realized every day. It's where ideas take root, businesses grow, communities thrive, new beginnings unfold, and the promise of a better life is kept. Brockton, Massachusetts, where better begins.
Time to grow up. You got a problem with your self-esteem and ego. Oh, here we go again. It's time to grow up now. You thought I was a sheep and I would fall in line, but a real bitch tell it like it is. That's facts. Here's my dime. Y'all out here out your ever loving minds. You had no idea the kind of storm of shit you would find. If you forgotten, we can go ahead and press rewind.
Master Yoda I am. And listen you must to hulazoom.com.
It's caught in the crossfire.
Tales from the
Excuse me, I happened to be passing, and I thought you might like some coffee. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Well, won't you sit down? Thank you. Cream? No, thank you. I take it black. Like my man.
you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
This is the booth.
All right, it's your boy Cinder Shine broadcasting live from the City of Champions. You guys are watching the booth. We've got a lot of people in the chat with us tonight. We're already ready to go. There's a lot of stuff going on. I got my first guest. She's already sitting here with me. But first of all, I got to thank all the guys in the chat. Everybody who's out there waiting to watch this show. Merrill, Becky, Dougie. Big shout out to Dougie. He has his show, Fubar Studios, and his veteran show that he's going to be debuting. He actually went in for surgery today. He's at the VA hospital eating ice cream, and he's tuned into the booth. Dougie, big ups to you. And we co-produce his show, Fubar Studios, but thank you for tuning in and showing the love. I see Oscar Mike Radio, U.S. Marine vet, Travis Partington. He's in the chat. Happy birthday to the Marines last week. Also, big ups to Travis, who was featured on C-SPAN on Veterans Day. Oscar Mike Radio, holding it down, answering questions. And I got to thank my guests from last week. As you guys know, every first Tuesday, my legal guys are on. Travis knows my guys. Ken Diesel, Robert Resnick, first Tuesdays, they came on. We discussed politics from the corridor. They came on, we discussed all this political stuff because it was election night, so I got to thank them. My first guest, before I get into my sponsors, she's an inspiration. If you're wondering why I got this on today, she asked me to kind of wear something shiny. So, you know, I told her that I usually represent an artist who sends me a shirt, Dead Eyes, Jason Andrade, Mr. Melodic. They sent me this shirt to wear, so I'm supporting them, but I've got something shiny. I was looking through my wardrobe, Cinder, and I really didn't, and I felt like, wow, I'm kind of emo because I got a lot of dark clothing, a lot of comic book clothing. I really didn't have anything shiny, so I grabbed this tablecloth from my birthday party back in October, and I said I'll make it a makeshift shiny shawl for you.
All right, yeah.
And I'll drape it over me, and I'm going to wear this. This will be my shine for Cinder Shine, who's on the show. Let me get into my sponsors real quick. Michael Douglas Barreto, if you have an Xbox controller that needs to be fixed, get it out to them. Get it back in 48 hours. Vianna Marie, her music is everywhere. She's working on the Christmas album right now. 494,000 streams she has for her library. Let's push that up to 500,000. Vianna Marie's album, It's Personal. Tactical target systems, when you see me at the range, those are those zombie life-size targets that I have, because here in Massachusetts, they really don't like you using human targets for believe it or not, they don't really like that. So we use the zombie targets and things of that sort here at the gun clubs. I Love Boston Sports. If you want to check them out, and if you're in the chat, you have a chance to win a shirt from I Love Boston Sports. And then there's my artist right there, Vianna Marie. She's modeling for Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. Kimberly Ann sets women up who would never do these type of photos. What she does is she gets you comfortable, she makes you feel safe, she makes you feel secure. Then you can take these photos and give them to a loved one or your husband or whoever. Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography for women. Underwatch Protective Services, brand new sponsor. If you need any type of private security services, event security, reach out to Underwatch Protective Services. And before I get into the news booth, I've got a guest on here who's an inspiration to me, an inspiration, hopefully, to all of you guys. And I'm going to let the story come from this woman directly from her mouth. First of all, she has a couple of songs that she's going to play for you guys. This woman has an incredible voice. I got to thank another person, Sonnet Simmons Matthews, for linking me up with her. Sonnet Simmons, who was on ABC's Rising Star. She said, you got to check this person out. She has an amazing story. And I've heard that from everybody before. Everybody always has an amazing story. But then I heard this story. And I've been following you on TikTok. And I saw your TikTok from just, I want to say 3 days ago. And I was scared. I was crushed. But here you are today on the effing booth. You're smiling. You're energetic. You're ready to... Please, Cinder, introduce yourself to all the people out there right now. Let them know. Let them know.
Thank you, Keith. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for having me. This is the highlight of my day today. And my name is Cinder. They call me Cinder Shine because that's what I do. And I like to, and this is the first time anybody's worn a shiny tablecloth. So, Keith, you get that prize. But
I had to improvise.
So
I had to improvise.
I've been singing and playing that it's funny because part of my story is about having this crappy cancer. And then, but what I found is the more my body goes down, and right now I'm not in a good patch right now. And I have no idea I don't know what's going to happen next. And but I always, my spirit gets brighter when my body is starting to feel like it's giving out. And so I just lean more. I know it's a little woo-woo, but I'm in California. And so when medical things and health things are feeling heavy for me, I lean into spirit more. And so that's where the shine comes from. And I never wear black. I don't wear dark colors anymore. I always make sure that I want to feel bright. And, I don't, yeah. So anyway, but when I got diagnosed with this, it's a blood cancer that's incurable, which is code, for terminal. And I also have some gallows humor that you'll notice. So anyway, I just decided if I was going to have a limited amount of time left, that I really wanted to put fun at the forefront of my life. And so I had a very successful fitness business that I did for 30 years, which, by the way, like your empowerment photographer, I helped large women get stronger and have more fun in the bodies that they have without having a weight loss message. And it was really important to me, empowering people. But I put that business aside, and I had won a songwriting contest. I'd always sang and played guitar. And so I decided to look into the licensing world, the world of getting your music into TV ads and films. And since then, I've had the most fun. I have collaborators all over the world. I've had songs in countless TV shows and one movie. And I have partnerships and collaborators I work with. And last year, things were looking dire. I seem to go through, there's, ups and downs. And last year, I thought I was in remission, but it turns out I was growing tumors in my skull that were invading my face. And so before radiation began on my face, I ran down to LA. There was a GoFundMe. Sonnet and her business partner, John Kleinbell at 2indie.com. They put up a GoFundMe. And within days, there was $13,000 in that GoFundMe for me to get down to LA and make the record Trace the Sky. Before, we didn't know if radiation was going to take my voice or not. And so turns out it didn't take my voice. But the record is out, and you can find any of it on wherever you stream music, Cinder Shine. But I also have a charity I support called Cancer Can Rock. And they help a musician with a serious cancer be a star for the day and make a song. And
ooh, I like that. I'm writing that
so
down right
anyway,
now.
if you go to my website at cindershine.com, you can find out. And for $20 a donation, you can get the record.
So
yeah,
cancer.
Yeah.
I gotta put that in the chat.
I did have a friend who I gave some links to put in the, but Cancer Can Rock. It's an amazing canrock.org. Yeah. And if you go to cindershine.com, it'll direct you to Cancer Can Rock, and you can make a $20 donation and download my record and Trace the Sky. And
we got,
yeah. So anyway, I've just been bopping along. I take it one day at a time. And, you know, at the moment, you're breaking up for me a little bit. Let's see if I can.
Oh, okay.
Is that me? Am I clear where you are?
Yeah, you're clear on my end. It might be coming through on you. I find this to be a good segue. Can you?
The Zoom frozen thing.
Uh-oh. Can you, if you hear me, can you introduce, I think this is a good segue to introduce the video Trace the Sky, to be honest. If you want to introduce that.
Oh, yeah. Zoom is frozen for me.
Oh, your Zoom is frozen. So here's what I'm going to do, people. I'm
Okay,
gonna,
yeah. I can see you on Facebook, so yeah.
Okay. Can you introduce the video Trace the Sky, and then we'll try to work on your Zoom for you? Oh, she froze. All right. So what I'm going to do here, people, I'm going to bring Trace the Sky on, and then what we're going to do is I'll be back with her. Yep, I'm going to do that right now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yes, I can. So what I'm going to do, hold on, guys. I'm going to take a quick break and play the video, Trace the Sky, and we're going to be back after this. Hold on, here we go. This is a great video. I love this video. Here we go. Trace the Sky.
Try to keep above the fray. Keep my mind beyond the chase. But something's always going wrong. No one has the answers for how to handle what's in store. But I'm about to find it now. I find my own way. I find my own way to see the light chase the sky and diamonds. What's the meaning in the dream? draws me there. Gratitude for that sweet fresh air. Turn the corner and there you are. I find my own way. I find my own way to see the light trace the sky in diamonds. I find my own way. I find my own way. I'm on fire to see the light trace the sky in diamonds. Trace the sky. I find my own way. Trace the sky. I find my own way. I'm on fire to see the light trace the sky in diamonds. To see the light trace the sky in diamonds. To see the light trace the sky in diamonds.
All right, that we got her back, and man, Trace the Sky is the name of the song. We saw this whole project that you talked about that was put together. Felicia, what's going on in the chat? Jill is in the chat. Michael Scott, Renee, man, a lot of people in chat. DJ Bobby Boone, John, what's going on? Emily, what's going on? Thank you. Marilyn, what's going on? Nancy, all you people who are in the chat watching this interview right now. Again, Cinder Shine is on the show. And, you know, the energy she's bringing on this show. And it's great because, you know, I love it because there's so many of us who get out of bed each day and we don't want to go to work. Some of us don't want to go to work for the slightest little stupid things. I stubbed my toe because I was drinking on Sunday night and I don't want to go to work. You know, I played, true story, someone, I'm not going to put their name out there, but someone played pickleball and hurt their butt cheek and couldn't show up to work. I know he's a fan of the show and watching the show, so when he hears me mention this, he'll probably die laughing. But here you are, Cinder. You know, you've got cancer. And, you know, you like you said, this is a terminal cancer, but you're out here, you're fighting the fight 24/7, 365 days out of the year. You're not letting it hold you back. You're getting in the studio. You're making music. You're performing. I saw you perform this set last year at Napa Valley. What was that like? That's got to be crazy to get out and perform.
Yeah, that's where I live. And so it was really, I had wanted to do like a house tour, like the She's Still Alive tour, but things didn't work out. The part of the problem is that the cancer's in my bones. And so I'm having a hard time. I can't drive very far. So I wanted to just throw my dog and my guitar in the car and go from Napa down to LA. But anyway, I got to do a show here in Napa with a friend and it was great. We had a great time. And, you know, I love to just sing and play my guitar and bring my heart to the people.
And when you actually said that you have your guitar with you, but I want people to see the second song before I actually have you give us a little taste of your music. But let's talk about your dog. and here's the funny thing. And I talked to Sonnet about this. And you don't know this, but I have a friend, Van Bates. Van Bates passed away a couple of years back. Van Bates passed away, and his angel number for me has been 111. And I've explained the many reasons why that number is 111 and how I know that's him reaching out to me or he approves of things. You shared a post of you and your dog in the car, and it was funny. It was hilarious, and you were singing this song about your dog because I know your dog in this tough health time. Your dog is your biggest supporter. Your dog is going to be there before any friend or family member. That a dog is loyal, true and through. And I thought it was a great video, and I almost shed a tear. And I go to like the video, and underneath the hearts for liking the video was the numbers 111, which is that symbol from my buddy Van, who would definitely approve of you. Van may have been this crazy rap, hybrid rock type of star, but I can tell you right now, you right now are the type of artist who inspires Van, who would have been that person. He would have been behind the scenes. He would be like, wow, that's Cinder Shine. Wow. And what he would have done, Van is a crazy type dude. Van is the type of guy who would have took like your music and then brought that music into his realm, because that's just the type of guy he was. So when I saw that 111, I sent it right to Sonic because she knew the story of the 111. And I said, oh my God, this is crazy. She's coming on the show Tuesday, and I've got 111 hearts before I liked this post. And it meant a lot to me. Talk about your relationship with your dog and your health, because dogs know more than people realize, and we know this, and this is why we have support dogs in this country. Talk about that relationship.
Well, I mean, she's right at my feet here, and I don't want to upset the Zoomer. I would show her to you, but so I had two dogs, Australian Shepherds, and my old guy Camelot, and my girl who I still have is Scout. But the thing about an incurable cancer is they keep throwing treatments at you. And every time it would get bad and they were going to do another treatment, I would be like, I don't want to do it. But I felt obligated. I wanted to get my Camelot over the line. I felt like, he'd been with me for 12, 13 years. And I felt like it was my job to see him over. And so, the Sonnet, actually, I wrote a song called Rise Again, and it was kind of about my journey with the cancer and how I lived for him, and the song, I worked really hard on it, and the song actually was finished, a demo, on the day the vet was coming. And so I played it for him as he crossed over. And then I wrote another one with him from the other side called Take Today. And all these songs are available on Spotify. And Sonnet sings a version of Rise Again that will knock your socks off. I don't have a video of that. But then what happened was Scouty, my girl, she was in line, but Camelot was first. He took my energy. He was old. He needed me, but when he left, she was right there waiting to become my number one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And anyway, and so right now, I move around the world on crutches mostly. And she helps me with that. And my shin bone, I have bone damage, and I got stuck the other day and I couldn't bear any weight on my leg, and I didn't have a cane or anything. Mm-hmm. And but she knows how to stand next to me if I need help. And I only needed like 5 steps to get to something, but she kind of saved the day, So anyway, she's kind of who I live for. But I also feel like I think of death a lot, because within the next couple of months, I'm going to have to make a decision, because the treatment I did in the spring has already failed. So they call it a salvage treatment, or I go early hospice, right? So it's decision time. But here's the good thing is there would be a line of who would love to take my dog, and I don't feel like I felt like Camelot. I had to be there for him. Like it was my job. He was old, and it was my job to see him through. But anyway, I love her, and I don't know if this is the video you saw, but I'm always singing songs to her, and her name is Scout. So sometimes we sing Scout, Scout, let it all out. These are the dogs that we talk about. So come on.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And as I said, people, you guys don't understand, this woman has, for someone who decided to just put everything aside, write a song, and then do music, this woman's voice is, look, Viana Marie, who's a singer, recording artist, when I told her the story, she's at work right now. When I told her the story about you, and she's like, okay. And then she's like, I said, I got to give you the music. And when I sent her the music and sent it, she was blown away. And then when she found out that you play by ear, she's like, those are the people who are blessed in this world. She's like, those are the people that have a gift. You can take a guitar, listen to it, and just break it down in your ear and play. Is crazy. We've got a ton of people in the chat. John Valadas, he's blowing kisses. Nancy
John
Ian
X,
Bonstead,
he's my buddy.
He's your buddy? He's in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Nancy Ian says, oh my God, Cinder, we need to talk. Salvage treatment, ? Maceo, Dougie Macedo from Fubar Studios, he actually just put in the chat, he had surgery today, he's at the VA, but he just said he's just been diagnosed with stage 4 cirrhosis of the liver. That's Dougie Macedo from Fubar Studios. We work together, getting his podcast going. He's got a podcast coming out in 2024. So, again, he's a guy right now. He's sitting here watching the booth, eating ice cream after having liver surgery, and he's found out he's got stage 4. He could be off doing things, but he's here watching the booth. So, thank you, Dougie, for tuning in to this show. A lot of people here. A lot of people.
Do you see Astro Joey Cosmic Rays there?
Yes, he just posted. Kevin Jeffries, another buddy of mine. Kevin Jeffries, Happy Hour with Lito. He's actually in the hospital himself too. He had a blood clot in his lung. Kevin is recovering. So Kevin Jeffries, get well. Thank you for tuning in. Of all the people to tune into this show tonight, are people who you can inspire. That is crazy. See how God works sometimes. See how that works sometimes. All of these people who are in this chat right now can all see the strength you have and the inspiration that you can give all of them. Kevin Jeffries, Doug Macedo, Felicia Damon Pandau. She's another one who's dealing with illness right now. All you people who are in here, it is crazy that all you guys are all in the chat at this moment on the booth at this time with Cinder. This is crazy.
This is so special.
This is crazy right now.
Really special.
Crazy. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I really don't. And Dougie didn't have to share that with us. Dougie could have kept that private. He could have kept that for me and Travis. But Dougie just put it right there in the chat to let us know. And
anybody who's on here, if ever I can do anything, let me know. Just Facebook Messenger is good. I'll tell you what happened. So about 2 weeks ago, I found out that the cancer is back, and I just didn't think it was all going to be doing this quickly. But and I decided that I want to be in the world. I want boots on the ground. I want to be hanging out in the community. I want to be, and so I actually backed off TikTok. And my friends over there, they know I'm okay. I want to be in the real world. Like that, if I have a few months left, I want to be in the real world, and yet my virtual community they have gotten me through. I did this crazy T-cell transplant in the spring, and I was at Stanford for 5 weeks. And my friend Rolando, who I just saw in the chat, he took my dog for 5 weeks, you know. Anyway, but it was that, and Astro Joey, she's from Melbourne, and there's a whole team of people from Melbourne who support me. And I love you all. And you know, I want my feet on the ground. I want to see the trees and the sky, and I want to walk my dog, you know. I want to be in the world. I want to spend less time on my phone right now. That's what I'm doing, you know. That's what I'm doing.
And you know, you know what? Usually the booth every week is, you know, Sinister One show. You know, and it's Sinister One show every week usually. And several years ago on this show, I took a show and dedicated it to a young boy, Jason Cameron, who had brain cancer. And I brought Jason on this show. And that show wasn't the Sinister One, the booth for the night. That show was for Jason Cameron. And I brought on MMA fighter from the UFC, John Doomsday Howard. And we took Jason, J-Cam, down to the gym, let him work out in the octagon. And Jason came on the show, and his mother said to me, she said, I don't know how long Jason will be on the show for because he's got brain cancer. He gets really sick. She says, I don't think he'll even be on 5 or 10 minutes. I don't think this is gonna work. We'll try it. Jason came on the show and was on the show with a full hour. And I remember John Doomsday Howard. It was also around the same time as the Boston Bomber attack, and John Doomsday had a fight in the UFC and won his fight and dedicated his win to Jason Cameron. So tonight, the booth tonight is dedicated. Tonight is Cinder Shine show. Tonight is Cinder Shine show, the Cinder Shine show with your guest, Keith Sinister One Hayes. It's her show tonight. Everybody's in the chat.
Tablecloth.
Yeah, look, I wasn't letting you down. When you said you wanted to see something shiny, I went in my closet. I couldn't find nothing shiny. I didn't even have any Bad Boys throwbacks. So I seen this. This is from my birthday. It's shiny. It's got the stars on it, and I put it on, and I'm making it work. I've got a tablecloth. I got a tablecloth shawl. I'm sashaying. You better work. And I'm glad that we can be here tonight with all this love in the chat tonight. All this love in the chat tonight for you. And I'm just happy that we can spend this time and put a smile on your face, because I know it's got to be, like you said, it's tough. And I just wanted to have a great time. So what I want to do, I got to get my favorite song on for everybody. This song right here.
Do you want to know the story of this song?
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. Before you I'm going to let you introduce the song and tell us the story, and then you can bring it in, and then we're going to let people hear it. Okay. I think the words are powerful too. So please tell us about this song that we're about to listen and see, And She Sings.
So it was that time when I had all those, I had these tumors in my head, and because it's a bone cancer, and it had traveled up to my skull, and they were invading my face, through my nasal passages and stuff. And anyway, and every time they do another MRI, it was just getting worse, and I had already been to LA and made that record. And I think I had already started radiation, but it was getting worse. And I was at the grocery store, and I thought of, I don't know, I was thinking about Blackbird Singing in the Dead of Night. And I was just that was the first thought. And then what happens for me is songs kind of download, they come to me. And I went home and I just started picking that guitar part. And it was a song that came like that. It just came like that. And then I had put a little video of me singing it into my GoFundMe updates. And a producer from, he's on the East Coast somewhere, David Thiel, he reached out and he said, I want to make this song. And I said, okay. And he made a bed track and sent it to me. And I got home from radiation one day. Because by the way, radiation catches up with you. It doesn't hurt the day they do it, but a couple of weeks later, holy smokes. Anyway, and I tracked the vocals at home here and sent it back to him. And then, so this song came together in like 2 days. And it was just a mesmerizing moment, you know?
Wow.
And that you'll notice there is a reference to Blackbird in there. And then, and there's a reference to don't get inside her mind. You won't like what you find. That was kind of the tumors. And and the last verse is how I see things. That even when, and for those of you that are feeling like you're getting slammed right now, sometimes, you know, there's always a silver lining. So if you can find that early instead of later, do you know what I mean? Like, look for it now, you know, take a minute and feel crappy and then look for something good, look for something going right. And I do that every morning and I do that all day, every day. And I dip down, but like right now, doing this tonight, definitely a silver shiny lining. Yeah.
And before I let you introduce this song, Emily LeBlanc, I believe you're still here in the chat. Emily, for all you people here who are here and usually not here, you're here for a reason. Because I'm seeing different signs, like I talked about the 111. Emily LeBlanc, if you're in the chat and you're still watching, if you're looking over Cinder's right shoulder, you will see sunflowers there, which represents her daughter, Danielle, who passed away. So, Emily, this is crazy. Because I know a lot of these people in this chat, I know personally. So I know about certain signs and connections because they've shared them with me personally. And I'm just pointing them out. So Emily, Lynn, you guys are in the chat. If you're looking over that right-hand shoulder, the sunflowers are in the back. That's Danielle. If anybody else is watching this video and we're drawn in here and you just look around, if you see any signs to a loved one, please drop it in the chat because it's crazy right now. This
is amazing.
Crazy. And I'm just saying this because I know the signs that certain people, we've conversed about signs, and I saw the sunflowers and I'm like, Danielle. That's Danielle. Because she knows that Emily is watching this, Lynn's watching this, and the sunflowers are right there. Of all the flowers. It could have been roses, it could have been daisies, but it's sunflowers. And that's powerful. Marilyn Oakley says, sending hugs and prayers to Cindy and Doug Macedo. Doug Macedo reached out. He just said, stay strong, Cinder. Stay strong. That's from Dougie, who's actually at the VA hospital.
Stay strong, Dougie. You too.
So let's introduce this video.
Yeah. So David Thiel reached out and we produced this song called And She Sings. And my friend Asa from London, she said, she said, I have an idea for a video. I'd like to do it for you. And so the song came out of my soul and was put into the world by the hearts and the talent of the people that surround me.
All right, here we go with the video. And She Sings. It's also a lyric video, so the words are there, people. So you can see those words that she wrote and what she was feeling. It's very powerful. Here we go.
She sings when darkness falls. She hears the blackbird call. She looks beyond the walls and she's free. Don't get inside her mind. You won't like what you find. She's gone and you can't hide what you feel. Take these broken wings and fly. Take this broken heart and don't ask why. 'Cause she sings and she sings, and you won't give up, no, you won't give up on her. And you don't give up, no, you don't give up on her. 'Cause she sings and she sings. Out there she's not alone. The angels made her home. She knows there's nothing wrong, can't you see? That these broken wings can fly. That this broken heart knows why. Why? 'Cause she sings. Yeah, she sings. And she sings. And she sings. And she sings.
Man, you know, the words to the song is powerful, but what I'm looking at tonight is the friends of mine and who is in the chat for this show tonight. Billy Atwood. I grew up with Billy Atwood. We graduated high school in '84. Billy Atwood is also battling cancer. He's in the chat, and he's one of those guys. He makes fun. He makes jokes. He talks about it. He doesn't let it be down. He said radiation therapy definitely does kick your ass. He did go through the radiation, and he did say, he talked about it. He talked about how bad it was days after.
Yeah, I was like, I've been on chemo for years, right? And then they had to radiate these tumors in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, if I could do chemo, how could this radiation kick my butt? And I'm telling you, it kicked my butt. Holy smokes. Yeah. Billy, stay strong, brother.
Man,
and keep laughing.
Yeah.
I'm always making dead jokes.
Do you find that some people might get mad when you make those type of jokes?
Some people get a little shocked, but it's my, I make them about me. I don't make them about anybody else, it's just stuff that, sometimes it just comes out. You know what I mean?
Marinito says, everything about this is special. She dropped a bunch of heart emojis. Dana Machine Hale said she loves that song. Hope Elaine, she threw up a ton of emojis. Everybody who's in this chat, Astro Joey Cosmic Rays is still throwing up a ton of emojis. And they threw up the sunflower emoji. Actually, people, Emily, who was in this chat and I talked about her daughter, she actually just sent a private message to me to give to and share with Cinder. So Emily, if you're in this chat, Cinder said, to reach out to her. Make sure you friend her on Facebook. A lot of people, if you're in here, I know there's somebody that's been dropping links. Merrill Conley said, that is the most beautiful raw song ever. Love you, Cinder. Sharon Roach, emojis.
Merrill and I went to grammar school together in New Jersey. Yeah, a long time ago.
Nice. Good stuff. This is great stuff. Great stuff. So, and usually I have people on this show. Most of my guests that I have on the show is 10 minutes. And, we've been on for 43 minutes, and I usually have my topics I have to talk about, but I'm still going to sit here and talk with you because, you're a great guest, and, we got to value people like this, when they're here. And Felicia, she's in the chat right now. She's saying her kids are watching, and her kids are sending their love to you.
Thank you so much. And my friend Bill Walden. Hey, Bill. Oh, I was going to say, we're always writing songs together, Bill and I. And Dana. Oh. Hey, Dana. And Doogie. That I was thinking I would play you guys a song live.
Yes, we would love that. We would definitely love that.
So this song is not released yet onto the streaming platforms. So if you wanted it, you'd have to, make your little donation to Cancer Can Rock. Or if that's a problem, just message me. I'll give it to you. But it was. These songs were all written, they're all kind of overcoming songs. And this was written also when I found out, that I had all this activity. Okay, so here's a joke. So I had all these tumors in my head, right? And there's this song from the 80s, and I can't remember or find it. So maybe somebody will find it, but it's called Too Many Holes in Her Head.
Oh, okay.
It's about a kid that has a lot of piercings. And it goes, too many holes in her head. Anyway. Standing on the shore, feeling the sunshine on your face. It's your place. Without being warned, you get knocked down by a wave. A friend pulling you under takes your breath away. Fight for the surface, got to be brave. So be brave and be brave. Oh, I see bravery in you. Oh, you can pull this through. So be brave and be brave. Another new day gone. Time has been withdrawn from what you gave, and now it rains. Better isn't always soon. Sometimes it feels as far as the moon. So be brave and be brave. Oh, I see bravery in you, yeah, yeah. Oh, I see bravery in you, yeah, yeah. Oh, I see bravery in you, yeah, yeah. Oh, you can pull this through. So be brave, 'cause you're brave, and be brave. brave.
Wow, I'm sitting here, and the chat has got my eye too, and I'm looking at all the people putting the emojis in there for your performing live. I'm seeing Dougie just said, "This is so beautiful. I just started to play the guitar." Dana Mishhow said, "Sing it, Cinder." Marilyn put the heart emojis. Marinetta Risquez says, "Brave as you must, sunshine." Dana, now everybody's giving applause. The applause emojis are coming up.
You know what I learned a few weeks ago from TikTok is that when you are brave, when you do make a courageous moment or act, your body secretes a chemical, a cancer-fighting chemical. And I forget what it's called, but anyway, I thought, we can be brave. And that can help.
Nice. So everybody here, they're talking here, they're in the chat. I do have some topics. You want to hang out with me and I go through my topics so we can close out the show?
Sure.
Okay, so there's topics. I tell people if you want to chime in on the topic, you can chime in on the topic. If you don't want to chime in, you can just laugh or sing along and just give these stories. But we're going to get into the news booth, and Cinder's going to hang out with me. In the news booth, guys, November is the 30-mile walk challenge to stop suicide amongst soldiers. 22 veterans and soldiers take their lives every single day. For the month of November, I am walking 1 mile every day to raise money for soldiers to help them bring awareness to veteran suicides. This is a big deal for people who don't know me and don't know the story. Back in February, I was hit by a car crossing the street back in February. In a pedestrian crosswalk, the car hit me. I had a fractured knee, a torn ACL, a torn PCL, a torn MCL. I underwent surgery in June. Since February, I've been in physical therapy. I just was released from physical therapy as of the first of the month. And I was told that I need to walk 3 miles a day to strengthen my knee, with weights and things of that sort. So I said, you know what, I got to make this 3 miles that I have to work every day worth something. So I signed up to do the 30-mile walk challenge to stop soldier suicide. The link is on my page. If you want to make a donation to stop veteran suicide, 30-mile walk. I've been tracking the miles that I do every day, and November is 31 days, people. So I gotta keep doing this walking every day, including the weekends. There's no days off. Also, gotta mention, Travis Partington was on C-SPAN. He's a veteran Marine this past weekend. Travis is actually in the chat, people. He's a U.S. Marine Corps veteran. And big ups to him for being on C-SPAN, Oscar Mike Radio. Here in Brockton, congratulations to Mayor Robert Sullivan, who won on the landslide. He won the election. He will be our mayor for the next 2 years. Big congratulations to Mayor Robert Sullivan. Also, for those who saw me, I hosted another Vote 48, I announced. And then we hosted Vote 48 for politicians to come down and try to sway those votes. Well, guess what, people? The Ward 3 school committee election has been decided by 3 votes, which is headed to recount. This is the reason why I tell people you have to go out. You have to vote. It doesn't matter what your party is. You have to vote. One of the reasons why we keep having these recounts and low margins between wins and losses in Brockton is because the voter turnout is horrible. It's poor. If we have more than 50% voter turnout, then guess what? These low margins and recounts don't have to happen. People will win by bigger margins if you've got more people voting. So please, again, this is why we want people to vote. Also, Hornstra Farms took over Peaceful Meadows. They're already open for Thanksgiving for pies, and they will be open next year for ice cream. So, for Cinder, if this Peaceful Meadows is a place that's about a mile or two away from my house in Whitman. It's been in my childhood. They have cows and stuff there, but what they did is they used to make fresh ice cream and give you milk and stuff, and COVID hit and everything slowed down, and they kind of lost the business, and the family sold the business off, and everybody was scared and worried about what was going to happen to Peaceful Meadows, this family place, this family-orientated business. Hornstra Farms, which was actually kind of their competition in another town, 2 towns over. They came over, and the competition has actually saved the place and bought the place. Well, they didn't save it. They bought it, and they're going to keep making ice cream there. They're bringing the cows back, I believe, and they've already started doing fresh pie orders for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I think you should walk there.
Oh, I could walk there.
I mean, right?
I could walk there.
Get a couple miles in, walk there and back.
Oh, yeah,
And then
I
you'd
could
have
walk there.
two special, when you hook up that walking for the veterans, that's so important to your heart. It makes the walk easier, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, and it would be a nice
walk.
walk.
Ice cream on the end.
Well, for there, I think I'd go down there, and I think I would. Thanksgiving's next week, so I think I would be heading down there and maybe get a. My grandmother who passed away, she used to make a nice lemon meringue pie. That was one of my things. My grandmother, or a nice apple pie, good apple pie. My dad was a big mince pie fan. I hated mince pie.
I don't like the mince. I'm a November birthday, so I'm a pumpkin pie girl.
There you go. I love pumpkin pie. Love pumpkin pie. In the legal booth, ex-Brockton cop has been charged with extorting money in Rhode Island from veterans. This is a Brockton cop who was fired. Michael Dara, he was actually fired from the Brockton police years ago. He has this other job working down in Rhode Island. And what he was doing was that he was taking money via Cash App and Venmo from mothers of veterans so they can get placed higher up in getting benefits. So they would Cash App him $1,000, and then he would move them up in the waiting list so they could get benefits and things of that sort. He's a scumbag. Period. There's no other word. There's no other answer for it.
He's
scumbag.
Disconnected. He's disconnected from God, man. Just saying.
Oh, shit.
He'd be disconnected.
Disconnected from God. Also, if you guys saw the story here last week, Adam Johnson is the hockey player who suffered a fatality when a skate hit him in the neck and he died in Nottingham. He was a former NHL player. He was 27 years old. Guess what, people? Someone is now being charged with manslaughter in his death. They haven't said if it's Mark, the guy whose skate hit him in the neck. They're not saying who it is, but there are manslaughter charges going out, and it's going to be crazy. Felicia says her daughter Bella says, "Sit down, boo."
We gotta add some good news on the end of this, because you always gotta end on an up note.
Yes, and we do have good news. We've got the entertainment booth. We got Travis Partington being on C-SPAN. And I'm a gamer. This past weekend, Call of Duty came out, and a lot of people were talking about all the glitches and things that were going on in the game. It really wasn't glitches, people. There is a map spawn glitch, but some of the glitches is Modern Warfare and Call of Duty and Activision trolling the cheaters. So, like, when you come into a game and your parachute opens up to land on the map, guess what happens? If you're cheating and you have all these things attached to your controller or to your console, your parachute won't open. You go flat, pancake, and die into the ground. Or you spawn and you have no arms, so everybody can shoot you and kill you in the game, and you're easy fodder. So I thought it was funny that this is a great way to get rid of cheaters. Also, Logan Paul retires from boxing. Why? Because he's going full-time WWE, wrestling. The money's there. He's doing much better. Great for him. Also, Godzilla, IMAX, the 29th here. December 1st, opens nationwide. It opened up out your way in California. Godzilla -1, the new Godzilla film from Japan, opened up in California. It is the highest live-action Japanese debut film for a Japanese film in IMAX. Godzilla -1. November 29th is the date that it's here in America officially for early release fans. December 1st is the first major release, but we'll be there the 29th. I wish I was out there with you guys out that area so I could have seen it in LA.
Yeah, that would have been the thing, huh?
Oh, man. So, in the sports booth, let's talk about those Patriots. They lost to the Colts in Germany, 10-6. And while everybody's talking about why they lost and who needs to go, the Patriots dumped Jack Jones. I don't know why they dumped Jack Jones when they could have traded him at the trade deadline and got something for him. So obviously he did something stupid. Even though Mac Jones threw the interception, that game blame for that loss goes on the coach and the offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien. Why? Because they had a running game with 167 yards on the ground. Both your running backs were averaging 4.4 or more yards. They should have stuck with the running game. They didn't. They lose the game 10-6. The Pats are now 2-8. And also, the other news, Jacksonville Jaguars star receiver Zay Jones arrested on domestic battery. And also, Portland's Robert Williams, who the Celtics got rid of, and everybody here in Boston was mad and thought they knew everything about being a GM and a coach or whatever. Guess what? Robert Williams, knee surgery, possibly done for the season. You don't think the Celtics knew that was coming? And Biden bombshells. In the Biden bombshells, South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott suspends his 2024 Republican campaign bid. And Mark Fisher, this is funny stuff, people. Mark Fisher, he is the co-founder and he is the leader of the Rhode Island Black Lives Matter movement. He is endorsing Donald Trump, which is weird, which is crazy. Which is why I tell people, pay attention to what goes on in the world around you and don't fall for all this crazy stuff you see online, because everybody has an agenda, and this is why people need to be informed.
There's a lot of disconnected people out there. You got to connect to the connected ones.
Yes, and that's true. There's still a lot of people in the chat. Merrill says, haha, Cinder, you are waiting for good news. Julita Susana Monteverde is watching. Do you know her? She's in the chat.
Who is that?
Julita.
I don't see it.
Julita Susana Monteverde. She's just joined in on Facebook. She's watching.
Nancy's got to run. Her husband
Okay.
had the same treatment as me.
Oh, really? Well, Nancy, Ian, thank you for tuning in. We're actually 1 minute out. We've actually got to get into the end of this show, to be honest. And before we get into the end of the show, I got to talk about my outro banners that you guys are going to see here. Those are the people who bought hats. Sinister One Production hats that you can see there. UFC fighter Peter Barrett. A couple of DJs right there. A couple of guys who do podcasts there. My artist, Vianna Marie. Also, all the shows I produce. Fubar Studios, Oscar Mike Radio. Maddie C's Sports for You and Me, the Triangle Offense Podcast, Talk Back with Gloria Shea, She Talks Football Podcast, and Drafting the Circuits. Don't forget 75-cent wings at Platinum City Gaming at every NFL football game that's televised. 75-cent wings, Platinum City Gaming. Also, don't forget, again, November, walk 1 mile, 1 day. We're only 14 days in, people. It's not too late to start. You can get your mile in a day and add those miles that you didn't get done. Also, this Thursday night, Electrical Career Night. If you know someone that doesn't have a job and wants to become an electrician, an apprentice night is happening November 16th. November 30th, Music Night with Music Man, Brian Katie Welch, Mr. Beck. They're going to be in North Attleboro on Washington Street. Also, Stop and Shop, people. If you go to Stop and Shop and you buy the $2.50 bag, reusable bag, $1 of that purchase is going to veteran services. So please go down.
Fubar says missing Homeland Heroes salute. Is there something you have to do?
Nope. Missing Homeland Heroes salute. That's the show. Yep, that's the show that he is unveiling in 2024. That show. He's saying I'm missing it from the banner. I don't have it in the banner yet because we haven't unveiled it yet. So I don't want to. I didn't want to put the show on the banner yet until we. I want to know if you're going
to put a shiny emblem on one of your hats.
I'm gonna have to get a hat and put a shiny emblem on. 2024 Influencer Awards is in May. The votes are in. Please vote for my artist Vianna Marie. Also, Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. That's Vianna Marie there. As you can see, she's taking a photo there that, most women probably would never take. And oh my God, it's been great having you on the show. Please tell people where they can follow you, get in touch with you, and check you out.
You can just say, Alexa, play Cinder Shine. And, but yeah, anywhere that you stream music, search for Cinder Shine. If you want to know more about Cancer Can Rock, or, and downloading and making a donation, go to cindershine.com. And yeah.
And it's great to have you on the show. I've got my shiny suit here. Well, my shawl. And I hope you had a lot of fun. I'm glad that I was able to bring a smile to your face. I'm glad that we had all of these freaking people in the chat for you tonight. I'm glad that everybody is still showing you love as we close out the show. And is there anything else you want to say to these people as we head off into the holidays, and we can just make sure and keep you in our prayers every day?
One thing, I have not been able to ride my motorcycle for a while because of the bone thing, but I'm going to try, and I'm going to the racetrack in Las Vegas on Thanksgiving weekend, so I'll be doing my motorcycle thing. So that's the prayer. Cinder Shine on the racetrack.
Isn't the F1 race in Vegas this weekend?
This is California Superbike School. It's a school I go to.
Oh, okay. In Vegas,
so I'm not
said,
racing.
Right?
I'm just going fast.
No. But you said it's in Vegas, right?
Yeah. That's the racetrack.
I think F1 is there. So if you're heading there, it's going to be crazy. You're gonna
crazy.
What kind of motorcycle do you ride? This is crazy.
I ride a MT-09. It's a Yamaha naked bike, kind of a canyon cutter. Yeah.
Yo, so have you seen my bike?
No, what do you ride?
Oh, you have to see it. My bike is called Vengeance. It's a 2020 Polaris GT Slingshot. It's a 3-wheeler.
Oh my God.
And I do conventions. If we were closer, I would definitely drive out and see you and take you for a ride in it. You would enjoy. I'll send you pictures privately of my bike.
Okay, and I'll send you pictures of me on the racetrack.
Oh my God, that's. How fast do you go? How fast are you like crazy?
No, just fast enough as I go to my. On the racetrack, you don't have a speedometer because you're going too fast to look. You check your RPMs. You don't have rear view, side view mirrors. You only look front. And
now that's a video I gotta see, people. If you all are friends with her, and if anybody's I need to see the Cinder Shine motorcycle video now. None of the music. I gotta see her on the corners. I want to see her dipping.
I have some stills I'll send you.
Oh man, that's really I gotta see that. I'm so happy. And I'll definitely send you some pictures of my bike privately so you can see it. I have some great pictures of my bike with my dog. My dog loves to ride with me now. She was petrified before, but my dog Joopy now, when she gets her doggles, thank you, Christine. She gave her doggles to wear, and my dog loves the doggles when she rides. When you see the pictures, you're gonna be like, she thinks she's the ish.
Okay, I want a picture of the bike with the dog.
Oh yeah, definitely will. But everybody, hey, thank you for tuning in. Please. Oh, Chris Gagney said, Cinder, strap on a GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we would love to see the GoPro of Cinder going through the track. Oh, that would be great, yo. That would be awesome.
That's the prayer I want from everybody.
Oh man, everybody in the chat. If you're all in this chat, Cinder Share is the artist name, Cinder Erst. She's on my friend list. If you just go into my friends and search Cinder, and then she would definitely pop up. And everybody, send her a friend request, spread that spirit. And SpongeBob, you know what? Do me a favor. Take us home.
See you next Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to The Booth on Hoobazoo and HatcherRadio.com. Please follow the Facebook page and subscribe to the podcast at Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. The Booth is a Sinister One production hosted by Sinister One.
I've got to start hanging out with friends that are a little more intelligent and understand politics and stuff. It's just that I'm up on this level up here, and all my friends are down here. Me, nah. You guys, nah. Maybe a little more down in here. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine with your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, which was easy. If only I made it, keep this shit on repeat. Now that I and upgraded. I've been upstate, but y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak assholes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit, I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
WHOOBAZOO, that's Whoobazoo.com.
Enter website, enter website, enter website, enter website.